The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
He does look angry. He
The
looks
Reddit,
angry.
the red as fuck hood.
This is
says
my
no
mellowest.
audio.
This is my. Uh-oh.
I can hear
Let me
it.
open YouTube. Let me open.
It just wouldn't be a normal Hot 10 show without at least a little bit.
Staff says he.
Hey, are we live? I know, I'm kidding.
Oh. That's my evil plan for the night, is to mute Bryan.
They say
check. There we go. Holy cow. Everybody, let's start this again. Let's start this again. Here we go. Thank you, everybody, for joining us every Friday night for the one, the only, the original Hot 10 comic show here and only here on the House of Stein. The rest, well, they're snakes. That being said, we got a great show tonight, you guys. We got a great By the Dip list. It's going to get fun. We got a great Almost 10 list. And, of course, the Hot 10 list is always fire. There's some very interesting books. You guys know why you come to this channel. You come to find out those cool books and maybe some of those books that you might want to sell on the secondary market if you see them on the Hot 10 list, because that's probably what you should do for those books, right, Stein? It's time to sell if you see them on the list.
Probably. Or just keep them.
Yeah, whatever works.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, like Hood. Look at, he's so mad. He's angry.
So I mean, that's all I was gonna say. Like you know, what Mel says that Joe looks like Zartan because his face always changes like a different person. With that meme look, I can see it now. I can finally see what Mel is talking about.
You're on mute, Mel. He's staying on mute. He's like, fuck that.
Oh, no, I don't want to. I'm waiting to
He's building up his anger.
He's building up his anger, yeah, for that one knockout blow. All right, that being said, then, if we're going to build up the anger, we got to get to our famous...
Somebody's echoing.
I have an echo. Check. Do I have an echo?
Yeah.
Hello?
Everyone has an echo?
I don't hear any echoes.
Hold on, keep going.
Check.
Wow, hold on. That's weird.
Echo
What is
sucks.
going on?
Everyone but play has echo.
I have the second appearance of Echo.
Or Miles Lopez.
I just like that cover though. For that Daredevil 10. Oof. I mean, I know Nine's the book, but also no one cares about Echo too.
So do you want me to try and remove that so that we can get the bone variant?
Microwave.
That's what I'm saying. Microwave variant is going to be the thing. Like, you heard it here first. If you want to make an error variant, throw your book in the microwave. Don't even remove the staples. Make sure to add staples. Disclaimer. Do not do that.
Check.
We don't get paid enough to be professional podcasters. So we can't really say we're professionals.
Give us a mama.
Check.
The echo is cool.
Mama.
I don't know why we're echoing.
The dog echo is cool. Oh, I wonder if my dog's barking in the background.
Yeah, tons of echoes. Brutal.
All right, go ahead now. What about now? Check.
You sound fine to me. Everybody does.
How do they sound? Do they sound okay right now, you guys? I had to update my OBS, so I'm thinking OBS is all right, good. That should be working now. All right, we'll figure it out later. I hope there's no echo and everything else, but after the show, I'll have to figure it out. All right, let's get into it.
I can't tell when I turn on the sound for YouTube because I hear us live, and then so I hear echo too.
Yeah, it's weird, man. It's super weird that it's doing that. I don't get why it's doing it, but I think we figured it out. All right,
we're good now.
We're good now. Let's get into the Woe/Blow book covers of the week. And our Woe cover of the week is this gorgeous Punisher book, Punisher number 16 from the 2000 and what year is this?
This is 2012.
2012.
Which is
from the 2011 series.
Yes, which when you really think about it now, this is like anything from 2012 music-wise would be the oldies.
Right?
So
seriously.
Yeah, I saw this cover. I don't remember ever seeing this cover. You guys may have. I'm not like a huge Punisher fan, but I saw it and it just like completely jumped out at me. Like, that is a crazy cover.
Yeah, that's a cool cover. I don't think I've ever seen this one.
It's dope.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is one I think I definitely like as a 9/8.
Is it a Coquetto cover?
I didn't even look to see who the artist was.
Coquetto did the art on the book, it looks like. So I don't know if he did the cover too. That is good though.
Well, I've seen a homage to this cover where it's Amazing Spider-Man 93, the Gleason cover, the first Chasm.
Is that
just joking?
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
With the skull, white skull.
So, well, that's a nice book. That's a cool book. So, congratulations, all you Punisher fans. Here's a new book to be on the lookout for. I know a lot of people were stoked about that Punisher book we talked about last week. So, here's another one for you guys right here. All right.
Yeah, it is Coquetto.
It's Coquetto.
Mm-hmm.
Do you hear that, Ben?
Hear what?
Did you hear it? You didn't hear it, did you? Tap your desk again. Hit your desk again. Yeah. Every time you hit your desk, your microphone goes boom.
Oh, we can hear the vibrations in your mic stand.
In your mic stand. So you might have to move your mic stand, your base of your mic stand. After tonight's show, try not to hit your desk. We'll figure that out too. That's what comes with live YouTube and switching.
My hands are up here. I'm not going to hit my desk again.
You know, I need you guys to take this serious. You know, like we do go through this every Friday night. I mean, do you guys want to be here?
I'm going to go take my break now. Later.
All right, here we go. Moving on to our Blow book of the week. Oh, that blows.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Blows. That blows. A guy named Creep ratted out issue number 1. Get a Clue Comics. What half price books did you find this in?
Bro, I found it at an antique store, man. Some bougie antique store. So I picked it up and I said, God damn, this is the ugliest fucking book I've ever seen. Look at this guy, dude. Look at that. Can you see that? Jesus Christ. Look at the rat, dude.
And
is that not awesome? I mean, it's so bad. It's
cool. Good. Yeah. Shout out to Lord Tatman Comics for the super chat. He said, "Hey guys, what's up?" with the $5 super chat. What up, brothers? Good to see you.
Oh dang!
Book
See,
came out
now
in
we're professionals. We can quit our
2017.
jobs.
Yeah.
I can quit my job now. We got $5 in the super chat. You know, woo.
I
Get it,
don't
Clue
know if
Comics.
the art is as bad as the whole premise of the book.
Yeah, a guy
dude.
named
I
Creep
mean-
ratted out. Yeah.
I mean, he's got 3 teeth
This book came out
that are
in
yellow.
2017.
2017.
What's up with the earring?
I don't know, but he's got like humongous ears, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe he is a rat.
Yes.
Maybe that's why he's. Is that what
Eating
he
the
is?
rat?
Man. I don't
Is that
know,
good
but
too?
hold on.
Velma when
trying
she
to see.
takes off her glasses.
Hey, look at this. I'll be back soon.
Is that the back? Oh my
That's the back cover,
gosh.
bro.
Oh my
Is
god.
it color? Is it color art in the inside, or is it black and white?
Hell no, it's all color, bro.
What?
Look at that.
It's like
What
Simpsons.
is this? So
Right?
what's-
It's kind of like Simpsons, right?
Yeah.
What's
What's
up with
the
the
book
boobs on that
Man,
panel?
look-
Like
yeah,
going
look at
left
the-
and right.
Look at those
Look at that,
boobs.
dude.
Yeah.
My God, look at that,
Dude, look at that blast panel. What is going on?
bro.
Her boobs are hitting them in the face.
Bro, every page is blows, dude. Jesus Christ.
Zabbit
We
says
may have the blow of the year, bro.
Zabbit says, I just looked it up. The artist made these at 16. So a 16-year-old made this book.
That's not bad.
And now he's in jail.
See, I would have been more impressed if it was like a 13 or 14-year-old,
Yeah.
but 16 or 17, I think your art should have progressed a little bit more than that.
The best
right?
part of it is the rat, dude. Look at that.
Mm.
That's funny, man. That's good shit. So, all right. There you go, you guys. The woe/blow covers of the week. Let's get into Buy the Dip. Ooh. Starting off with Adam Legend of Blue Marvel. If you guys didn't get a chance to see it, we did an amazing show on Wednesday night that these guys didn't show up to, but it's okay. I was a little hurt, but I was hoping
No,
they were
I
gonna be there.
just
I don't know
I
anything
know,
about
I don't
LA.
wanna
I was
hear
ready
it.
to go too.
I don't want to.
I was ready to go.
See, I
gonna
was
jump
watching.
on, but I was out of place. You know what I mean?
That's how I felt. That's how I felt.
You
Yeah.
guys.
That's how I felt.
I was watching Jackson Holiday's premiere first game, and then I was
okay,
going to jump
that's
on
okay.
afterwards.
That's okay. That's
and
okay.
then I
That's
was going to
okay.
jump on afterwards, but I was watching. I was like, man, I don't want to interrupt this great conversation. They're
Well,
having.
if you guys didn't see it, we had the original cover art of this book shown live on the air that night.
No way. Wow.
Yep, Mike Hansen, who was on with Dinesh. We had Dinesh and Mike on. Mike is the owner of this cover, the original cover, and he showed it that night on the show. If you guys haven't seen that episode all the way through, just go watch it. Trust me, you guys are gonna shit. It is absolutely amazing. You're gonna see and hear about OA that is gonna absolutely blow you away. And that was just the first show that we're doing with those guys. We're gonna be doing specials throughout the year. Anytime something cool goes on with OA or a big show happens, and any chance we can do it. It was a lot of fun. So I wanted just to get them on a live show, and our Wednesday night show and our Wednesday night crew is the best when it comes to just talking about collecting cool things. Whether it's toys, action figures, original art, all that stuff. It was a lot of fun. So shout out to Ronnie with the $4.99 super chat. He says, love the show. How much did that sell for again, Stein? Well, this might be on the dip, but man, I bet you that cover will still get a mighty pretty penny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this one. What did I say? This one peaked at, Richie, 2,600 for 9.8, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, 2,600. Yep.
This week it sold for the lowest price since 2020. CGC 9.8 sold for $560. So if you wanted it when it was $2,000, now's the time to get it.
I saw a
100.
whole set of this run sell on Instagram for like in CGC 9.8 for like 1,500.
Wow.
Which I thought was like, I was like, dang, that's got to be like rock bottom prices.
Wait, it actually sold for that much?
Yeah, it was a claim. Like someone just posted it. Yeah, or like one of those consignment website or consignment Instagram pages.
Interesting.
I don't want to say which one, but there's only like so many, right?
Yeah.
There's consignment Instagram pages
where it's like there's
Elite
someone
Comics.
that has the Instagram person. Yeah, like Elite Comics or
11 Elite Comics 11, I think it's called, right?
Yeah. It was them, but but yeah, they had a full set of 9/8 so for like 1,500 or something like that.
Yeah, we saw a full set of 9/8 sell on eBay not too long ago. I talked about it on the market report.
I remember, like, was it about 7 years ago? I picked up like 12 of these out of a back bin at my old LCS, $1 a piece, bro.
I hope you got rid of them when they were at their peak.
Yeah, I regret not grading them though. I sold them raw.
Yeah, but you paid $1 for them.
Yeah, but
I'm guessing you got like at
but
least.
I couldn't. And then I and then I snobbed. I go, I'm not picking up issue 2. And I mean, I knew what they were going for. Just leave the crumbs there, But I should have just picked up like the issue 2s and 3 because they had like 6, 7, and I just like, I don't want the crumbs. But good times, man.
Not bad at all. So, all right. I think I fixed our mic problems. We'll see. Let me know if you guys hear an echo or anything out there. I should have fixed them. All right. $560 for a CGC 9/8, man. And do you guys think that this is ever going to come back? Do you guys think there's a chance for this to come back?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, 17,000 order by retailers, and sure. I mean,
there's always a what if episode waiting for it to like launch it up, right? I'm just joking.
Yeah.
If you were going to pull this off, you would do it with could be the Fantastic Four movie, since they're going back in time.
Great idea. Great fucking point.
Right. If that would be the place to launch Adam Blue Marvel, that would be it.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Fuck yeah. All right. Next on Buy the Dip. Spawn issue number 174, the first full appearance of Gunslinger Spawn. Great Capullo cover on the list.
Yeah, I'll take it. So this is Aaron's pick. Really, really sharp. Good eye, Aaron. So Spawn 174, so you just a CGC 9/8. This time last year, average fair market value was a solid $816. 2 sales this week. Average FMV now down to $568. That's down 37%.
Yeah, they had a low of 510 today.
Wow.
One sold for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I took those 2 sales and it was pretty simple. And then I was looking at the data from this time last year, and then I went into 2022 and 2021. Man, this book was a monster. I mean, it still is, but I mean, it's just, it was in the thousands now, or I shouldn't say thousands, but over 1,000. But and all of a sudden now it's about half that.
Right. So. And then don't let someone upsell you on this that it has a misspelling of Spawn on the front cover on the side. They all have that.
Okay.
So don't let someone try to upsell you on that.
Good one.
The one I always get with this is that this isn't his real first appearance and this and that. So, yeah, he first appeared like as a little character, right? In like book 124 or something crazy like that, right? Like 30 issues.
Yeah, it was on a splash page.
Okay. All right.
There was like 50 different spawns or something on that, and he was on there. I think what I like about this is it does not look like a Spawn cover at all.
No,
the color scheme is so different, and the tone is so different that it just. But Capullo's just, he freaking kills it.
I love this cover, but I love the 175 for the exact same reason that Stein said. It just instantly just
it pops.
Yeah, it's beautiful, especially with like a blue auto.
Yeah, I mean, if you're betting on 174 and 175 as the first appearance, like you should have both.
Agree. Well, I know there's people out there that are trying. There's people out there that are trying to complete the set. That's for sure, and in 9/8. So, very interesting. All right, next on Buy the Dip, an old school major key in the Flipside days that I remember. Spider-Gwen Volume 2, issue number 24. Do they call this the first appearance of Venomized Gwen or something like that?
Yeah, Gwenum.
Gwenum, yeah. So, yeah, a copy had sold for a CBCS 9/8 recently sold for, I think it was $70?
So this time last year, so April, May of 2023, so many sales of this book. Wow, this book. There's so many sales of the last like 5 years. I can't believe this book just changes hands so much. But this time last year, April, May of 2023, average fair market value is $156. Multiple sales between March and April of 2024 this year. Obviously, average fair market value now $77. That is down at or about 51%.
But isn't the play the second print?
I like the second print for this.
Yeah, I mean that's the one. Those are the ones that I sent off to grade. The one with the blue trade.
I think this is a garbage cover, period, and I've never liked it.
It's pretty cool. Like if people can put up with Peach, I mean, shit. This it falls
Hey
right
Joe,
into that kind of.
look at her hand.
It looks okay.
Look at her nose. Look at the distance between her chin and her chest. It's like this.
Yeah, she's got.
I know, but I remember buying the second.
Is this the granny version? This is the interior art for your book, Joe.
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
Is this Robbie Rodriguez? It's Robbie Rodriguez, right?
Yeah, see, and I like Robbie Rodriguez. I mean, he did some cool stuff with Ghost Rider and stuff like that. And I think at the time I thought it was cool, and it was a crazy twist on Spider-Gwen. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I'm with you, Joe. I'm not buying in on this one, even though it's down so much, and it seems like a definite opportunity, especially after what I saw, data wise. But I'm not buying in on this. I'm buying in on the second print if it's down. I didn't check the numbers, but that's the play.
Or it's a real play, The Guardians of Nowhere. Where it's the first cover of Venom. Or is it really issue 18 in Spider-Gwen's run, because that's the issue where the symbiote actually attaches to her.
Isn't Gwenum dead Spec anyways?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, she still technically. Yeah. I think she still technically has the symbiote. I mean, I'm not caught up fully on everything Gwen's done, but the one that was transferring from like her universe to the 616 universe, like the symbiote followed.
Gotcha.
Isn't she supposed to be dead?
Probably.
You know that book in 1973, ASM
121?
Yeah, isn't she supposed to be dead, bro?
But that's what the multiverse is for.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So when you say dead Spec, you know?
Literally.
Literally.
Yeah, this is a garbage
I
cover.
thought it was
but
funny anyway.
I know people like that Gwenum character. They jumped on that character pretty quick.
Yeah.
So, all right, next on By the Dip, another interesting character, kind of like Gwenum, the Thor issue 1 from 2014 with what's her name as Thor? She-Thor.
Jane Foster.
First cover appearance. First cover appearance? Is that what we're calling this? First cover appearance of Jane Foster as Thor? All right, so Thor 1, CGC 9.8 from the 2014 series, as Brian has up right now. So this time last year, April 2023, really trying to stay away from those pandemic prices when we're doing this. Average fair market value, $100 US even. Now, average FMV, fair market value, $63 with a low sale of $46. That's down
Fucking
at
crazy,
or about
dude.
37%.
Wow.
That's where a movie really fucks a book, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That movie, if that's not made, this book is still, it may not be as high as it was during the pandemic, but I mean, it's a little more expensive than the way it's dropped now. I mean, that movie was so bad, dude, and I had so much high hopes for Natalie Portman's
We all did.
kind of man, and they fucked us, bro.
Yeah, they fucked us on the Christian Bale stuff major.
Oh yeah, the God
Oh, God Killer.
They
Yeah.
destroyed
fucking
us, man.
assholes, dude.
Yeah.
I know.
They freaking destroyed us. So, yeah, it is what it is. But $63 for this one. Maybe there's a reason for you to go pick it up, other than
Would
Spec, because
any person on this panel pay $63 for this book?
No.
no.
In a 9.8.
Maybe
Oh.
one of the different colors or something, the green one or what was the,
See, this is why I wrote in the chat, I really doubt this book has upside.
Yeah,
Would
you
you
did.
guys-
We did.
Would you guys
Yeah.
pay $25 for this book?
Yes.
In a 9.8
25,
or
9.8.
raw?
I would $25. Yeah. If I
9.8?
walked into the shop and I saw it on the wall, 9.8.
No, I'm talking about
$25.
on eBay where you got to pay $14 shipping. Would you pay $25 for this?
So basically, essentially $50, basically with tax.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Yeah, I'm out.
You wouldn't do it.
I would consider it if I was smoking crack.
There you go. There you go. All right, you guys, here we go. You ready? Let's get started. And finally, on By the Dip, the Spawn Funny Car today sold on Whatnot. This Spawn Funny Car that you're seeing Todd with right here, and that he made a comic with and a cover for, and a Hot Wheel, sold on Whatnot today in their Whatnot Con, aptly named, for $19,850 plus shipping and taxes.
It's amazing.
Yee, how much
But
does a funny car usually sell for?
Shipping was only $4.
Oh,
so.
Yeah.
okay, good.
Yeah. So you guys save a little bit on shipping. So typically a funny car sells for $75,000. I mean, to be fair, you know, they do say like parts of this one particular one isn't functional and stuff like that. So obviously it's gonna get a hit mark. But it's also like not street legal. But I don't expect the funny car to ever be street legal.
How's that not street legal? I'm just kidding.
You can't really turn in it, right?
Does it come with the trailer?
Not for $20,000.
It shows
Those
the
trailers
trailer.
cost $20,000.
That trailer's sun damaged by the Phoenix Sun. Look at that. Ugh. That thing sat in that thing just baking.
Dude, I bet you that custom paint job would cost $20,000 if Todd McFarlane did it to somebody's funny car.
Well, I mean, okay, so if it was a functional car and everything, like, wouldn't you expect, like, with a $75,000 car, like, without all this Spawn stuff on it, to go way more than that? Like, you know, because it is, like, something like this, like, it would, like, easily 100,000, 120. Like, maybe this was just the wrong venue to sell a funny car on.
Good point.
Like,
Do you think Whatnot gave him? Do you think Whatnot gave him that same thing that they were giving like people that were selling their graded books, and if they didn't sell to going rate, they would reimburse them. Do you think Whatnot said to him, "Hey, we'll reimburse you for what it doesn't sell for"?
Possibly.
Hell yeah, they did. Hell yeah, they did.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Would Todd sell this for $19,000? Do you think he would sell this for $19,000? I feel like this is like a memory for him that isn't worth selling for that much. Maybe he was like, I just got to get rid of it. Who knows?
It's probably like, storage for his.
Igor says it's not even his first funny car. He said on stream it's his second one. So maybe,
oh, really?
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, I didn't even watch the stream, to be honest.
What's up with the guns? I mean, we haven't been talking about those. Are freaking what are those?
Gatling guns.
Gatling 50 cal. I mean, dude, those things will just cut holes into cars.
So this car should win any race, if anything.
Yeah, pretty much. Right?
Brad Selden says it would cost about $20,000 to get rid of it. So,
I mean, but it's only $4 to ship it, so
yeah.
I wonder what it weighs.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you get at you can get at the Whatnot Con this weekend. Not only can you get that, you can get many more things. And those many more things you'll be able to find out tomorrow night on Beyond Wednesdays for the comic book drama alert. There are some news out there that Whatnot found a bunch of the Invincible battle damage variants and sold them to some retailers. And I've got the real truth on it. Come find out tomorrow night on Comic Book Drama Alert on Modern Comic Mayhem, along with many other crazy stories like Who's Lopez? We'll see you there. That being said, make sure you guys go check out Spec Media. Close to 1,000 followers. What are you at, like 900 and what?
We hit 900 the other day. Yeah, we found out we hit 900 the other day, so that was really exciting.
Oh, that's badass, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
Great looking job on this too. Looks excellent.
We're gonna have to give away a slab when he hits 1,000, man.
Yeah, we're on that home stretch.
Yeah, just click the link, click subscribe, and then come right back here. Take 2 seconds.
Yep. And I think I fixed the link. Check to see if I fixed the link, Richie. I think I did. I hope I did.
You probably.
Oh, so McClay was sabotaging your show too.
I trust Brian.
I'm checking right now.
Yeah. So that being said, good shit, guys. All right, let's get into it.
It is correct.
The almost 10. Starting off with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers: The Return, issue number 3, the Raza variant from Boom Studios that came out this week.
Okay, I'm going to be 100% honest. I almost put this as the woe book because this cover is so good. Like, I love this cover. I thought it was Barron's at first.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
I did not think it was Raza. I thought it was Barron's. But yeah, this is like a B cover or something like that. There was a bunch of them that sold in like the $5 to $10 range. I could see I'm not a Power Rangers fan at all. But this cover is so different and so good for a Power Rangers book. And I didn't even notice until I actually looked at this that this is actually written by Amy Jo Johnson. Did you see that?
Yep. The Return is the series she's writing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't even realize that, but this is just a really, really good Raza cover. So, but yeah, $5 to $10.
So if you get her signature, is she signing as the artist or is she signing as the Power Ranger? Or is it both?
Ooh,
writer,
I don't
not
know.
artist.
It's an Inception.
Yeah. That'll work.
Yeah. But this is a badass cover.
Yeah. It almost looks like a Barron's cover a little bit too. He's been doing those Power Rangers covers, you know.
Yeah, that's what Ben and I were just saying. Like,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
Brian, he checked out on us.
I did.
I thought it was a BB cover too. But.
Now Brian's taking credit. Now, okay, so he's sabotaging everything as we go along.
But I do like how Raza's changing up his style. Instead of just like...
I like Raza's style no matter what, man. I'll be honest. Like he's one of the ones that I'm okay with digital art, right? He's good. Yeah. He is good. So how much is this selling for out of the gate?
Like 5 to 10. It's just a B cover.
Not bad. Not bad. All right.
Should have been an incentive.
So we had the Chatzudis cover last week. And so Stein says, we got to put another one on this week. So now we got Sweetie Candy Vigilante Volume number 2, issue number 2, the Zornow Virgin 1 in 10 from Dynamite Comics, man. And this is a killer cover. Other than her face is kind of off for me, but I like how she's playing croquet with a skull. I think that's kind of cool.
Her face looks like Cruella de Vil.
Yes, it does.
Right, dude?
Yes. Great point.
Oh, there's a
Who's
face
looking at
that
her
got
face,
distracted
though?
by the full moon.
Yeah, yeah. Those are yoga pants, bro.
Now, there was another cover that I picked up, and it was like a Pulp Fiction homage. I forgot who the artist was. But I hit up Longshort and I said, "Did you see this one?" And I think it was cover C. I can't remember.
Dude,
So those are yoga pants. Is this a Eclipse cover then?
There's 3 great covers to this to this. There's a lot of covers. This cover's kind of crazy when you realize, when you're like, what is going on there? Holy cow. But there are some pretty good variants for this. Like
what is this book even about?
That's a great question, man. That is a great question. I couldn't tell you. I don't read it.
She's a vigilante and she'll kill you with a pack of sweet tarts, bro. Now there it is. Hey, go down. Yeah, that's the one.
That's really good.
I thought it was pretty cool.
That is really good.
I know for issue 1 they did the Die Die My Darling or the Chambers of Chills homage.
Yeah, they've done good covers for this for a while now. They did the Sweeney Boo. Was it Sweeney Boo that did one for issue number 1, I think, or something like that? I don't know. I could be wrong. But
here's the cornbread. So anyone interested in these titles, like, and your shop's not ordering enough, check out the publisher's website. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Dynamite. All right. Yeah. And is this selling for a decent amount on the secondary?
This one is selling for 20.
No, not bad. Double ratio. New book too. All right. Moving on. This is our boy Tony Fleece. Uncanny Valley issue number 1 came out this week, and it has this great Dan Mora 1 in 50 Looney Tunes homage. That is excellent, man. Really good.
Yeah, that is good.
1 in 50. You're on mute, Ben.
See, I was trying not to make weird noises because I was tapping my desk, so I put myself on mute.
You're learning.
Morse code.
Yeah, several of the covers have like Looney Tunes like themes, right?
Yes. Yeah, and they're good covers. All the Uncanny Valley covers are good. This looks like a great series, and Tony was really excited for this. Like really excited. So it's worth checking out if he's excited for it. And when he was on to talk about Feral with Trish, he was talking about this and how he's been waiting for this to come out for a while now. So looks cool.
What is this one about?
Let's take a look.
While Brian's looking that up, this one is selling for it's just selling for 50, so it's right at ratio. But it doesn't seem like, I don't know, did they do store variants on this one?
I don't think so. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Let me see here. Comics Pro, they did a Comics Pro variant, and that's it. Here we go. So here's all the variants. They did a blank, a 1 in 25, a 1 in 50, a Comics Pro rough cut, Dave Wachter, is it Wachter or Wachter? I can't remember. 1 in 10, and then Tony did a cover for it, and then there was a Virgin 1 per store variant for it.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
Let's see here. It says Oliver is a seemingly typical 12-year-old boy, except for a mysterious family history that seems to start and end with his mother and unexplainable powers, that is. He can do things other boys can't, to the point of landing him in some trouble. Baffled by the surreal, cartoonish nature of his abilities and followed by a murder of peculiar crows, the mystery behind Oliver's family history finally unfolds. Written by fan favorite Tony Fleece and illustrated by acclaimed artist Dave Wachter. So there you go.
It's not pronounced Wachter, it's pronounced Smith. The Wachter is all silent.
Oh my gosh. There we go. So good shit, man. It's worth checking out. See how long Boom Studios, love Boom Studios also. And I don't know, is it going to be a ongoing or is it just a series? That's the question. Maybe I didn't see that. So there is here's the 3 regular covers that are coming. I feel like
Boom or takes these things and they set them up as miniseries, and then if they sell out, then they make a second series and they're like, oh, now it's popular. Cool.
It's an ongoing series now.
Yeah, right.
Nice. So 1 in 50 just came out. How's this selling?
Right at ratio, right at 50.
Okay. There we go. All right. Next, Marvel Comics number 1000. This is a rare one, you guys. Go try to find information on this. I dare you. Either I couldn't find it or I didn't look that hard. This is the Shanghai Will Sliney variant for Marvel Comics 1000. And they're all on the wall of the Great Wall of China. Even Cover Price doesn't have this on their list. So Matt, if you're watching, add this one to the site. Stein, did you see anything on this?
I'd never seen it. There's been a couple sales. There was I think it was a 9/8 sale, so for like 400, which was a lot for a Marvel Comics 1000. But the one that I saw this week was a 9/2, which is it's a terrible grade for. I mean, this is like a trade paperback. I mean, most of these should be 9/6, 9/8, and this 9/2 sold for $285. So, I don't know.
Wow.
I've never seen it for sure.
I couldn't find any information.
What'd you say, Yee?
Does it count as a foreign book?
Who knows? That's a great question. Yeah.
What is Shanghai Con? I don't even know what that means.
Or did it actually come from like
China? Shanghai, China.
Like China, like at a Disney event.
Because
they have like
they did the Disney event for this.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Are they allowed to? This is going to probably sound really stupid, but like, did they let people from China like do this, like sell stuff out of country, like from there, or do they just like make them keep it in country?
Who knows?
I
Like,
mean,
is this really hard to get out of the country? I guess is my question.
We're gonna have to ask.
Everything's
Josh.
made in China, anyways, right? Everything's made in China already, so
yeah, we know that YeeZee pods are. So, there
I
you
thought
go,
they were
guys.
made in Italy.
Yeah. Shout out to Mrs. Horsecock Express with the $4.99 super chat. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Mrs. Horsecock.
One of the greatest names ever. All right, here we go. This is a good one. Mantra, issue number 1. A lot of people might not realize this, but this is the very first Terry Dodson comic book art and cover, I think. I think he worked, I don't know if he worked on the cover, but it is definitely interiors he did. So
this is his first cover.
Let me see. I don't know if he did the cover. Let me check.
I thought it was. The paper was so freaking cheap in these books, man. It was like ad sack paper, you know.
It's been really weird. I've been noticing several of these like Ultraverse books, like these number ones, that if they're in high grade, they sell.
Mm-hmm.
Like most people, there's like millions of these out there, and we all just completely ignore them.
Well, there's a couple with Adam Hughes art in there, and some other guys, but
So
I was looking at these the other day, man.
But I mean, from what I have seen, like I'm pretty sure we should be, if they're high grade, you should be buying these and grading these. I mean, this one, a 9.8 of this sold this week for $175.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a dollar book.
do you guys
It's a key
know?
artist, man.
Yeah, there's some really good variants for this too. There is a 2 hologram variants. There's a gold and a silver hologram, and then there's a foil trade dress variant for this. That's pretty good. Also, let me go ahead and show you guys this. Here's the variants. There's a newsstand, an ultra limited silver logo edition, a silver hologram, and a gold hologram. But I don't think that this is a Dodson cover. I might be wrong, but I know this is a Dodson cover. So maybe the first Dodson cover is until 2. Chat will have to let us know. But
I thought the first cover was Dodson.
Okay.
I could have sworn that it had maybe his wife did it. I don't know.
I have him as, let's see here on the list. You guys can find this list link below. Terry Dodson first work mantra number 1. So I don't have cover. I need to get a 100% on the cover. Hood saying that he thinks that this cover too. So there's our lead on this.
I know for sure the internal art is Dodson, but
yeah, nice, good shit. Yeah,
It
man.
says the cover is Hong Wang. The art. You're right. The guts is Terry Dodson and Al Vey, so that's probably the color. Covered by Huang Nguyen. And this is a poly bag, comes with a card. There's also a hologram that looks really cool. And there's a newsstand, and they're calling it unbagged. There's a bunch of covers actually.
Yeah, good shit, man.
Wong.
Hey, and those Ultraverse hologram covers look amazing. They are
really
good. Yeah, they look really good.
Like cards should be using those patterns.
Yeah, when you look them in the right light, you're like, man, that is 3D. Like it's really cool.
I'm starting to appreciate like these 90s covers, I guess, because I'm getting older now, you know. I'm starting to look at Liefeld. That's not so bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I liked Liefeld when it came out when I was a kid, and then now that everything's settled, yeah, I like it again. You know.
See, art goes through those cycles, you know.
Yeah.
What was once popular is like not popular, then it becomes popular again. You know, it's just like fashion, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next, we've got X-Men issue number 1, the Jim Lee 4-part cover. These are the Lamole Virgin Gold foils for covers A, B, C, and D. And from 2019.
Yeah, okay, so this set of 4, I don't know how many they made of these. Does anybody know how many they made of these?
Oh, isn't there a trade and a virgin as well?
I thought they always make 1,000.
Well, I know Unknown had them for a while.
Mm.
Oh,
So it's 3,000, 1,500.
I mean, it was still from Mexico, but they had bought a bunch from.
I figured they just had 20,000 in their
in their
uncirculated, uncirculated warehouse finds.
Well, it's also Mole where they had that issue too, where books were selling through the back door for a good while.
So stupid. This set of 4 sold for $1,000 raw.
What?
$1,000 raw for this set of 4. Now they were signed by Jim Lee, but Jim Lee's, I mean, he does cons. It's not like you can't get Jim Lee autographs, but these weren't slabs, so they were just signed on the book. So
interesting.
I want to say back in like 2019, that was like a $300 or $500 set or something like that, like signed by Jim Lee.
And now it's $1,000.
Wow. I mean, you guys like these?
So, no.
No.
Oh.
There's so many of these covers, right? Like, there's so many different versions of just the normal book.
Well, who's buying in on a set of $1,000? A huge Jim Lee fan, or
people that like shiny shit?
I guess.
You know us Hispanics. Ole! Pollo!
They're cool looking, that's for sure. They definitely look cool. So, all right, moving on. Palestine. This is interesting. Hold on, I'm catching my breath.
Yeah. You all right?
Yeah, I just had to run up the stairs. Had to let my dog out. All right, Palestine. Issues 3, 4, 5, and 6. This was a series that was put out by Fantagraphics. Is that right?
That is correct.
And it is the first appearance of Joe Sacco's award-winning work of comics journalism based on his own travels in the Middle East in Palestine in 1992. So pretty interesting.
Yeah, this was really odd. I didn't even know that this series existed. Yeah, I mean, it's like I think I saw the write-up said something like his experience of people like interviewing Israelis and Palestinians like was different than like what you would think is reported. Now, obviously, this was 30 years ago, but yeah, it was just an interesting. I bet it's an interesting read. To be honest, I bet it's probably interesting to read this.
It says Sacco gets first glimpse of life in an occupied territories through a taxi ride, a hospital, and a holy site. So it looks like Stein was saying, he goes and talks to a bunch of different people. But so the only ones that sold that you saw were this 3, 4, 5, and 6 because it is a 9-issue series.
Yeah. What I saw, it was issues 3, 4, 5, and 6. Basically sold. It was from overseas, so it was $90 including shipping for just those 4 issues. I would assume the number 1 issue, and the number 1 issue looks weird, but you know, I think the number 1 is probably more expensive than the rest of them, I would think. But yeah, it's just it seems like an interesting series.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. So good shit.
I like it.
All right. How much did you say the set sold for again?
90.
90. Not bad. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right, moving on. Fantastic Four issue number 1 from 2018. This is the Alex Ross exclusive, limited to 2,000 copies. What a great cover.
Yeah, we love us some Alex Ross here. And we're not huge homage fans, but I mean, but when it looks this good, we can be okay with it, right?
For sure.
I think if it's not an exact replica of it and it's playing like a cover swipe to it, right, where it's still respectful, but then it's like within that artist's own style, I think that's the difference, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is. Yeah, this one sold for $100 raw, and it was only like a $30 or $40 book. So yeah, this one's nice, but not that I could really say much bad about any of the Alex Ross variants that he's done. You know, his buy-ins are a little higher than some of the other exclusives or whatever.
Yeah.
This one's clearly, if you bought it 6 years ago, I mean, it's still holding up. So, I mean, at 100 raw.
Wow.
Not bad. A lot of these homage variants to this Fantastic Four stuff selling.
Yeah.
So
I like what Aaron had to say. I like those swipes, homages, but it's more of like a callback, where it's not exact replica because we see it so many times. I like how he put his own twist on it, and you can definitely tell it's from FF1, so it's pretty cool.
Right, like there's people that have done the cover swipes of like Hulk 181, where it's like that different perspective of like where it's like the back view of Wolverine's head, right? Like slashing at Hulk.
yeah,
Like, but still within a forest. Like, there's some good covers like that.
yeah, I like this one. So, but limited to 2000s quite a bit, right? It doesn't sound very limited these days.
No, for sure.
Limited.
All right, moving on. I love this one. I don't love this particular variant, but this regular cover by Ryan Stegman for Kill Your Darlings issue number 1 is absolutely gorgeous. This is the New York Comic-Con variant that they did. And this is just such a great cover. I haven't read the series yet, Kill Your Darlings. Have you guys read it? Checked it out? Yes, no?
No.
No. Yeah,
I can't remember if I read the first issue or not.
I mean, look at that.
Who's writing it? Who's writing it?
Donnie, is it Donnie Cates? Yeah, Donnie Cates.
Nice.
Yeah, this came out in June of 2023. So
nice.
No, Cates didn't write it though.
Oh, Parker, Sheridan, Quinn, and Hill. That's my bad. So this is on Cates' new imprint. Is that what it is? Yeah, KLC Press. Through Image Comics, and the first one that they aren't actually working on, are they? Kill Your Darlings by Ethan Parker, Griffin Sheridan, and Bob Quinn. We'll see something of Ryan Stegman as he will be contributing to the Open Order variant. He also did a 1 in 50 foil of this.
Huh.
So, man, that's a cool cover. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this is the NYCC variant that they did. I wonder how limited this is. I couldn't find much information on that.
I couldn't either. Doesn't Image usually do like on those, like either San Diego or New York? They do like 500. Isn't that usually pretty standard for them?
Yeah, sounds about right. Maybe 600 type deal.
Or it could be like a panel book, or it could be for a retailer breakfast. Any of the above.
But I think those I think the blood stuff. I think those are all spot foil. Like we keep talking about like. Why don't they do the color in spot foil? I think if I looked at the picture right, I think those are spot foil.
Johnny says he has the foil, and the foil really pops. They also did a spot foil one for the Transformers, right? I wonder if it was the same. Was it the same show that they did the spot foil one for the Transformers like this? I think it might have been. But yeah, this is cool. Great regular cover. I imagine the foil 1 in 50 is pretty interesting too. I wonder how many they printed of the 1 in 50. Like how many is there out there? That can't be too many. But yeah, man. What's this selling for again?
This was only like a 20. The last sold was $28, and this one sold for 65.
Wow,
this week.
Not bad.
Hey,
cool
so
cover.
like Donnie Cates is like signing at cons and shit like that, and no motherfucker asked him like, "Hey, bro, when are you gonna write a book, dude? When are you gonna write a book again?" Right? Nobody asked him anything. Like, how come you don't hear anything? Like, anybody put it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram? Hey, saw Donnie at the Rio Grande Con and asked him when's he writing a book. He said he doesn't know, or something like that. Like, what are people signing like non-disclosure when they go to these cons with Donnie Cates there? What the fuck going on, bro?
Maybe.
I tell you what he said, but I had to sign an NDS.
Just give him a call, man. Just call him up.
I thought y'all were besties at this point.
Not anymore, bro.
People have short memories. and
especially him.
Yeah, yeah. Especially, yeah. And if he's not doing anything for a long time and he just continues on, his popularity is gonna just evaporate like null keys. So,
what a waste, bro. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bummer. I hope that the brain injury he has isn't bad enough to where he's not going to be able to write books anymore. That's a bummer. So, all right, here we go. Moving on. Oh, this one's cool. Mad Magazine, issue number 411 from September 11th, 2001. This is the first printing 9/11 issue. Do you guys know anything about this?
no.
The
Here we
only
go.
thing that I could find on this was that this didn't actually get published.
Yeah, so the cover of
really?
Mad Magazine number 411, which went on sale shortly after the 9/11 attack, was not the cover originally planned for that issue. Here's the two covers, so you guys can see. The one on the right is the cover that they went with. The one on the left is the cover they originally planned. And basically, it says here, in fact, another cover was already printed and awaiting to be bound with the magazine's interior pages when the attack occurred. The working title of the planned cover was, quote, the New York City Marathon, and it was written and illustrated by longtime Mad contributor John Caldwell. Like the rest of the nation, we were stunned with the 9/11 attacks, and it just didn't occur to us that the Mad cover showing a throng of runners racing through the canyons of downtown Manhattan, while an oblivious Alfred jumped over the dead body. A dead body could be interpreted as anything but silly marathon gag. Fortunately, the magazine's printer at the time called and asked if we were absolutely sure that this image is what they wanted on the cover and Mad given the recent events. We didn't, and with only one day to conceive and deliver a new cover to the printer and still make their shipping schedule, they disappeared into their offices and returned with what became the cover that they put out. So did this end up getting out? Was there sales on this?
Yes. Yeah. So somehow some of these, and I think they must have been like probably like proofs or something that actually were printed and have the guts in them and everything. So they are there. Just trying to locate this would be probably a nightmare. There can't be many of these out there.
Yeah.
So maybe whoever bought this maybe actually got this might be one of the rarest Mad magazines like ever, right?
What did it sell for?
Sold for $750.
Wow.
That seems like a good deal if that's the case.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
I couldn't really find much else or much other information on it other than that.
It's a good one.
That is
not even graded, just raw, $750.
Just raw, yeah.
Holy shit.
It was so weird. I heard some guy in the cave in Afghanistan is the one that bought it too.
Yeah. Bad joke.
So what was the year of this magazine? What was the year? I mean,
2001.
Yeah,
2001,
2001.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Crazy. We'll have to find out more information. If anybody hears anything or knows anything about it, drop a comment below. We want to hear about more about this book.
I would think it'd be more racy if it was after the Boston bombing.
That's what I was just gonna say, Joe.
Right?
I'm glad
you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Now if people if you see a building in the background and it's on fire, that to me is like, holy shit,
Well, and that's probably
just
why
somebody running,
Well, and that's what Bryan was saying is the Mad thought it was fine, but when it went to the printer was like, there could be some bad optics on this. Now, obviously not necessarily with most people, but I think we kind of know that most companies don't like ban stuff because of the many. They ban them for the few. So this one, I think they just probably if I would say that if he didn't have, New York Marathon listed on his shirt, if it was like in Chicago or Poughkeepsie, or something like that, it probably wouldn't have been a big deal. But,
I mean, and Tony saying in the chat, it's probably the crowd running in the background.
Yeah, but man, come on.
But it's the imagery of it, if people don't read what's happening on the cover and they just see that image, people are going to react right away, especially like right after that event happened. Yeah, like we're looking at this like 20 years later too, right? So
I think just being in New York and having a dead body and the police there and all that stuff.
I got you.
It's probably just it was smart on their part. But now it's a big collectible.
Let's be honest. If this was published today, then everybody would just be running past the dead body, right? Or there'd be a bunch of dead bodies, and everybody just be running past them because that's
yeah. Moving on, one of my all-time favorite collectibles that has been on my eBay search for years, Mysticographil, issue number 2. An early cover and early interior art by Dave Stevens.
Is this like a fanzine or what is this?
Yeah, it's a science fiction / fantasy. They call it a concept zine. And it was in May of 1975. Dave Stevens cover, as you can see there. He also did art on... find out here. I got it on my list.
And yes, for everybody, I do see a name on the front that makes me not want this book, but
Jack Kirby.
So Dave Stevens, Mr. Cogfield number 2, published in May of 75, comic arts concept zine with art by Dave Stevens on page 2, 827, and the cover. Pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, there's been one buy it now on eBay for years that's just been ridiculously expensive. That was graded. I've missed a couple of these for really cheap, and just like everything else, it makes you mad. But
yeah, that's what I saw as far as like the prices. Like this one sold normally for about like 80 to 100. This week it sold for 275. So way more than what it had ever sold for before. But
yeah, and I think there's second prints of this too. So be careful. Yeah, go do some
second
research.
Print of a fanzine.
I think
weird.
so. I think it might be a different color. I think it might be like, I can't remember.
Oh,
I think it was something like
black and white.
No, I think they did like a yellow color or a blue color or something.
Oh,
yeah. So
Paralyze sent me a very interesting link on Instagram. It's like it's a checklist of the complete works of Dave Stevens.
You mean from here? DaveStevens.com, gallery / publisher, the whole checklist of his work.
Yep.
So, yep. We did a real deep dive on this a few weeks ago. Was it on here? I can't remember where it was, but this has all of his stuff in it. So,
yeah, we found the book last night, bro, of Dave Stevens, man. Unreal.
Yeah.
It's called Back Issues.
Which was a price guide for Playboy magazine that Dave Stevens did a cover for.
You know what? I'm gonna send it to you, Brian, on your IG.
Oh yeah. Good shit. All right, moving on next. That is the end of the Almost 10. Come hang out with us again tomorrow night, Beyond Wednesdays, for a Modern Comic Mayhem. You guys, we have, as of right now, 3 live shows on Beyond Wednesdays. We have our Tuesday show, which is our comic book industry show. We have our Wednesday show, which is our collector show. And we have our Saturday night show, which is come hang out and have a good time and get rowdy. And we are going to get rowdy tomorrow night on the Comic Book Drama Alert, which is going to be very interesting to say the least. Come hang out with us there, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern on Beyond Wednesday.
Hey, did you get it, Brian? Did you get it? Pull it
Let's
up.
take a look. Let's take a look. Man, my poor dog has got ear issues. It's a bummer.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah. All right. Let's see
my dog has that too, where it's like seasonal allergies and
seasonal
like
allergies.
His ear, yeah, and his ear turns like all red, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Look at that. Wow, 1989. Pretty cool. Not bad, Hood.
Yeah.
Not
It's
bad.
got Long Short showed it last night, and I was just like, holy shit, because it's different than what you're used to seeing him draw. So I thought it was pretty cool.
Was it E-Man Tony that sent us that?
Was it E-Man? Yeah, that's right. It was. Yeah, it was.
Shout out to Tony.
Send in. Yeah.
Yeah, E-Man Tony Smokes. I want to say it's the one that.
Yeah.
Sent it. Let me double check. Yep.
There we go. Shout out to Tony. All right, you guys. We have 211 watching live right now. 1 hour and 10 minutes in. Let's get to the list. Starting off with our Golden Age honorable mention this week. Superworld Comics, issue number 1 from Comos Publications in 1940. What a killer cover. Holy cow, man. Early space age, aliens, weird astronaut get-ups. That's a cool cover right there.
That alien, I mean, I don't know what's going on. He's got chicken legs and man, like it's like two giant marshmallows up top. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Those are lungs.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. I have no idea. I've never seen an alien.
Not that kind. Look at those feet. They look like duck feet.
It's so weird. It's so weird. I didn't even know what to think of this one. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm looking at.
It's the first iteration of Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, dude.
Testicle torso, says Joe W.
Yeah, I saw Joe W. Yeah, comment of the night so far.
Yeah.
CGC 3.0 of this sold for $4,300.
Get the hell out of here!
What?
Bro.
I'm sorry.
No,
this is cool, but come on, that character is like some made up shit right there.
God damn, dude.
That's
I
awesome.
always make fun of when like books I don't like, and I just imagine the person. I got it. I only paid $4,000. Yeah.
There's not very many of these.
I'm interested in seeing that book.
Yeah, it's an 84-year-old book. So what?
Yeah,
What do you mean? So what? That's cool, man. 10 center.
I'm just messing with
Before
Chad.
they even really knew what space was, for the most part, you know. I love these type of things. I was watching a silent movie from, I want to say, Russia in the 1920s about space, and they had astronaut suits. They had the gravity where they could jump, and they did like little miniatures of them jumping from place to place on the moon and no gravity. And I was just fascinated with it, that they had all that stuff down, and they hit so well on it in a 1930 Russian silent film, you know, or 1920 Russian silent film. It was crazy, man. That's why I love this stuff, to see like how far off they were or how close they were on what stuff really is. So,
oh man, I love watching all those old films where they're in space before space travel, and they're all smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like, yeah.
We shot a great film. Like when everybody thought we landed on the moon, that was a good film.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
So so I'm going to ask this is going to probably make me look really stupid. I'm going to ask it anyway, because I'm sure somebody else out there is thinking it. Okay, so this was made in 1940, right?
Yeah.
like humans didn't make it into outer space until the 50s, right?
67. Well, we got into space with that senator, right? John Glenn, that went up and circled. So they did that. So we didn't hit the moon.
But that would have been like in the
60s.
50s, right?
50s or early 60s, right?
Yeah. So this was before
61. First man in space was 1961. Yuri Gagarin.
Okay.
Russia.
So had we sent cameras into space before that?
We had sent. Well, they sent Sputnik into space. That was it. Sputnik was the first thing they sent into space, and then they sent a dog into space, and then they sent a monkey into space, and then they sent Yuri Gagarin into space. I think there was a couple of them that blew up. I know the Russians had somebody that died a couple of times on coming back, and then of course we had the famous one where they burned to death the 3 astronauts of what's it called?
Challenger.
Before Apollo? No, not Challenger. Before Apollo. Alan Shepard, yeah. Oh. No, not Alan Shepard. Was it Alan Shepard? Who was the one that the first before Apollo?
Buzz Aldrin?
No.
He's alive though, right?
Yeah, he's still alive.
So
it's like Apollo
Gus
8,
Grissom.
right? Isn't
Gus
it?
Grissom. So there's a famous story where Gus Grissom, is it Gus Grissom?
Gus Grissom.
He
Yes,
died.
Gus Grissom.
He was like one of the first space guys, and he died on fire in Project Mercury, I think? Gemini 3, I think. And him with 3 other astronauts were, and this is crazy, right? So supposedly the rumor is there's the audio from when they were burning inside the capsule. And what happened is they had too much oxygen in the capsule on liftoff, and a spark happened in the capsule, and it just fire, and all the astronauts were burning in there. And supposedly the reason why they had too much oxygen is because they had 2 extra astronauts in there that weren't supposed to be in there. And the audio is Gus Grissom, who was the commander of that, cussing out ground control, going, "You motherfuckers, we told you that you couldn't, that this was going to cause an issue, and now you are all, the reason for us dying in here." And you could just hear him screaming. Crazy shit, man. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the reason I asked this question is, how did they know? Like, if you look at pictures from the moon looking back at Earth, this is like a perfect proportion of that Earth.
Right.
How on earth did they know that 20 years before we even made it into space?
Luck.
When was the first satellite that went into space?
Sputnik.
I don't know.
Sputnik in the 60s.
What year was
50s?
that?
Hold on here.
Oh.
I don't think anything. I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong, but I didn't think it was.
Sputnik was launched in October of 1957.
How would you know, Matt? How would a comic book artist know this?
Great question.
Time travel.
Somebody put imagination.
Yeah. Somebody put
multiverse.
math, dude.
Like I said, it's probably a stupid question. It's probably a stupid question. But yeah, you can say it's math, but it's pretty hard to do math when you've never been there.
Yeah, this
is a comic book.
Well, do you want me to blow your mind again here, Stein?
Yes.
You ready for this?
Blow
The
it.
Sumerians, who were the first civilization on Earth something like 5,000 years ago, knew the exact distance from Earth to the sun, from Earth to all different 9 or 10 bodies in the solar system, knew the exact distances of all that stuff. And you know who they say told them those distances? The aliens, the Anunnaki, the aliens that created humans told them those distances. That's crazy.
And with the pyramids and all that, right?
Yeah, man. There's a old school Sumerian roll. They used to have these scrolls that they would roll on a thing of clay. And there's one where it shows the solar system and all the bodies rotating the sun 5,000 years ago. It's very, very interesting. Go check it out. Shout out to Zachariah Sitchin Go check out his books. All right. That being said, let's move on to the next honorable mention this week. A beautiful book that has absolutely skyrocketed. Usagi Yojimbo The Crow, issue number 1, the 1 in 40 Mitsuhiro variant.
Okay, so I asked Richie this, and I asked everybody else this. So this was on the list last week because it was selling for like 80 bucks, and then the last one that was available, I couldn't find any else that are even available anymore, but the last one that was available sold for $465.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and right when you're talking, Ferdy jumps in the chat. What up, Ferdy? He posted this on his IG when I first saw it, and I don't remember his caption. It was something like, "Man, was this is a great cover, or was this, good spec, whatever." And when I had a double take, triple take, I'm like 400 and what? What'd you say, Ben? 65?
465.
Is that real?
I don't know. I looked at the bids on it, and it looked like they were legit bids, but I mean, it was the last one. I've not seen another one for sale since that one. You'd think that
because it was on auction versus all the other ones were like what, buy it nows or whatever.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's a great cover. I love this cover.
I guess it's good. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
I was gonna say.
No.
I guess it's best to be like last to first to market, right? If that makes sense.
Maybe. I don't know. 465 seems like a big number, though.
Yeah.
A little bit off subject, but it kind of is the samurai suit. I was telling Ben during the week, we were chatting, and I was like, yeah, man, I'm watching the show right now. It might be the best show I've ever seen in my life.
I know what you're talking about.
Shogun, dude. Are you watching? Oh my God, it's so good. I have watched every episode at least twice and some 3 times.
You got to watch the original next.
Definitely. I want to get the book. That's what I really want to get.
That book is like
based on.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Really cool. I love samurai shit.
Oh
really
yeah.
Cool.
Agreed. Yeah. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on this one, man. Very interesting. All right, let's get into it. The list, starting off with our number 10 spot. Oh, here we go. He Said, She Said Comics, issue number 5 from First Amendment Publishing in October of 94. And you guys knew this is just the way that comics go sometimes. When people die, even the most ridiculous, terrible people in the world, their comics sell if they have comics, or their cards sell if they have cards, or their collectibles sell after somebody dies. It's just the way it is. We know that. This is very interesting to me. I don't know why anybody would want this.
Okay, so did you look at this series? So first of all, I realized when I looked at this series, like things were pretty weird back in the 90s. Like we had some really weird things going on back in the 90s.
Thanks, AOA. Appreciate you, man.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Is that a bot?
I was saying, is this
I think that's somebody. No, that's
cover A.
I think it's somebody from. I think it's somebody from Renovision because of the name. So they kind of gave themselves away with that one. But
Jesus.
Yeah, that's why I stopped the little thing. So very good, snakes. Snake poop stinks. Remember it.
If that's them, they're going a little bit overboard.
It definitely is them. The name gave it away, and I'll tell you why after the show.
Jesus.
So this is a flip book. So there's actually the other. So half the one side, the comic is written on, and this one on Nicole Brown Simpson's side.
Mm-hmm.
And then you flip the book over, it's got a different cover, and it's written on O.J. Simpson's side. But they did this was like a 6-issue thing. So they did one with Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan.
Oh yeah,
they did one with what was a couple of the other ones? There were some, but I'm sitting there going, man, the
Menendezes.
Like the 90s was really weird. Like it was a really weird time, for sure.
Who was the? did you already say the Buttafuoco's? Didn't they do a Buttafuoco one? Maybe
I don't know. You can look. I mean, you
He
can see
Said,
what
She
the
Said
6 issues
comics?
are.
Yeah, let me look this up.
The last issue was actually kind of a continuation of this. It was Marsha Clark versus who was Simpson's attorney, the New York, like the New York-ish attorney.
Oh, it is
the Italian
Buttafuoco.
guy.
Hey, bro,
not Dershowitz, right?
Look at this.
Shapiro.
Shapiro, yeah.
They drew Nicole like a man, bro.
I was gonna say, is that OJ Simpson with a blonde wig on?
Mia Farrow, Jennifer Flowers, Tanya Harding, Nicole Simpson, Robert Shapiro, and Joey Buttafuoco.
Tanya Harding looks like that Spider-Gwen, that Gwen.
Yes, she does. Holy cow, look how bad that is. Oh my God, look how bad this is.
Bro, that's our blow book for the next
year.
week.
Yeah.
What is she? Is she miming? Like she's got like a white. What is that?
Dude, that's all that cocaine on her face, bro.
I was gonna say it's what happens when you do tons of cocaine.
Yeah. So if you flip the book over, the other side would be Nancy Kerrigan.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's why it's he said, she said.
Yeah.
Because it's their story versus the other story.
That's crazy.
Interesting.
Man, very, very interesting. And how much is this selling for?
Yeah, this was like it was like $1 book, and now it's selling for this week. Obviously, was selling for like 5 to 10. A bunch of copies sold. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's a bummer, man.
I had a book. I don't know what to do with it. It's OJ is innocent, and I can prove it.
Jesus, terrible, absolutely terrible.
You know what would have been crazy before he died if he would have fucking confessed, bro.
Yeah, you would think that on his deathbed, he would.
For
right?
Sure. I was thinking that. Yeah, nice.
Right.
I wonder if he talked to his kids
people could close the book on that.
Especially his
you could
kids.
Give some closure to the families and stuff like that. But I guess you got to be a piece of shit all the way to the very end.
I mean, there's nothing to say that. I mean, you don't necessarily know what day you're going to die, so you wouldn't necessarily say that. I mean, you might give it to your attorneys, and when when his will is read, maybe there's something in there. But
they give it to his kids. Yeah, like 10 years after he dies, give this to my kids or something like that.
Did he have kids?
Yeah, two with Nicole Brown, 2 of them.
So I mean, if you did do it, would you say that because then that would basically probably. That would then any money that you would have had they would take away from your kids, right?
See, you know what the problem with that case was?
Everything.
OJ killed him, but the police also planted evidence.
Yes.
And it made it so hard to convict him because they were able to present reasonable doubt.
Well, and the fact that it's been a long time, but before they put the glove on him, they put a rubber glove on him first, which you put a rubber glove on, you try and put on a leather glove over top of a rubber glove. It's not going to go on anybody's hand.
Right.
I'm glad I was not the only one that thought of that whenever you saw it.
See, the young people don't remember that was so epic when he put on the gloves, dude. That was like, it changed
that won him the
TV
case,
forever,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Yeah, shitty. All right, moving on to the number 9 spot this week. A gorgeous Paulo Sequeira Venom, What If Venom cover. This is the What If Venom issue number 1, second print, 1 in 25 virgin variant. I've always loved how he does Venom. He's just a really good Venom artist.
Yeah. But again, it's another stupid second print.
Yep.
Virgin.
Yep.
And
it doesn't look that great with that big huge white space below. They should have.
Is that where Venom was listed before on the initial one?
The trade, yeah.
People are gonna have so much fun with these remarks.
Yep. Have him, somebody pulling him down or something, or him taking a shit into somebody's mouth or something.
Oh yeah, let Frank Cho get a hold of this one. He'll start making some weird ones. Yeah, this one's selling for $35 to $50, but I mean,
Okay, because I passed on this.
That was
one.
good, Brian.
Yeah.
I think we're rubbing off on Brian, man.
35 to 50 for a 1 in 25 second print variant. Ugh. All right, here we go. Moving on. Number 8 this week. This is interesting to me. Batman issue number 244. The old school Neil Adams, Ra's al Ghul storyline. What a great Batman time period. But why is this book jumping so much all of a sudden?
I'm not really sure. There's been a bunch of sales recently. And so like during COVID, you know, the peak, you know, they peaked or whatever, and then they came back down, and they're all going back up again in all grades. 9.0s are up to 450, 9.4s are back up to 900, and a 9.8 sold this week. The previous all-time high in a 9.8 was 3,900, sold for 8,400 for a 9.8.
Wow.
So more than double the all-time high.
Wow.
But there's been a bunch of sales of this week, and I don't know if it's just now just kind of considered, you know, just, hey, this is a classic Batman cover,
Right.
that's pretty much gonna always be liquid. You know, kind of like the Wolverine covers, you know, if it's just a cover that everybody is always going to want, it's always going to be liquid.
So they just reprinted this story. Is that what is another thing? Maybe that's what Tom is saying. Yeah,
maybe.
James Gunn Batman film is still on the table, right? I don't know. I have no idea about that.
No, I think Ben makes a great point. Like, it's a cover that is liquid, right? So people are starting to understand what's a book that can sell not over and over again, right? And it'll eventually go up a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Like, you're absolutely right. These Neil Adams, this run, it was epic, man. You know, and it's look at that. You know, we're supposed to be like comics are down right now. This is the time not to be selling off your books. But man, when you're getting, what is that, a 70% increase on a book? Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
The only question that I have on this is, Roz is holding an entire Batman suit with the legs, but he's got pants on. So does he wear double tights?
I think those are undergarments.
I bet you they were supposed to be. I bet you they were. It was supposed to be flesh colored, but I bet you editorial probably said, "No, you gotta. We don't like the way that looks. You gotta color that differently." You know.
Good point. Yeah, time is censorship.
Yeah,
definitely.
It was too soon to show Batwing, so they had to wait till Batman Day.
It was the 70s, though.
See, if it was the 80s, so it would have flown.
Little bat nipple going on there. All right, moving on at number 7 this week. The number 7 spot, Incredible Hulk issue number 11, the Art Adams 1 in 25 that just came out this week. And I mean, this is an okay cover, but is there a version that's coming out where it's black and white of this? I feel like I've seen a black and white cover of this. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really like this cover at all.
Bro, it looks like the Wookiee one that he did, Chrysanthemum or whatever, dude. It looks like the same fucking image, dude.
I'm just trying to figure out how he actually closes his mouth, because he's got those two teeth on his right side. Like when they hit, his front teeth are never going to touch. Like, how is he going to actually chew? And man, they're just lined up on those left side. I mean, they're just like 50 teeth going straight in a line back towards his back down his jawline. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so I'm not really a huge fan of this one myself, but 35 to 50 on this and a bunch of sales. So,
wow.
Pass.
It's the Edgar haircut that kills me on this one.
Edgar. I love the Edgar, bro. The Edgar is in full effect out here. You got to have the Edgar haircut with the Edgar gear too.
Dude, it's like drawing a green Frankenstein or something, dude. You know?
Yeah, it's
like
not
Frankenstein.
good.
But I'm half expecting him to like scream out like, "Hey, you guys!"
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's funny.
This summer, Hulk visits the orthodontist. I love it. Good job, Derek.
That's funny.
I heard Doc Joe's gonna be the dentist.
That's funny. All right, moving on. 229 watching live. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. You guys hit that thumbs up at the number 6 spot. Evangeline, issue number 1 from Maximum Press in 1995. And we all know why this book is on the list. The news from Rob Liefeld and Deadline and all the movie sites that this is going to be made into a movie by Margot Robbie's movie company, and there's rumors that she's going to play Evangeline, and it's going to be directed by Olivia Wilde. Very cool. This was a great cover, chromium cover back in the day, one of those really cool chromium covers.
So is this a refractor cover, or is this just chrome?
It's chrome. It's just chromium.
Okay,
yeah, it's not a refractor, just chromium.
There
is variants for this. There's an ash can for this that's probably very tough to find, and there's a photo variant for this, of course, too. Very cool story. If you guys follow Rob Liefeld on in his podcast called Robservations, he talks about a few episodes back in the episode where he was talking about getting a new publisher for the company for Image. The guy that he ended up getting, which was his friends, ended up marrying the girl who was on that photo cover of Evangeline. So pretty interesting.
Okay, my question is so like other 90s like female, how did this one get picked? When there was so many other better 90s female characters.
This has been rolling around Hollywood for the last 15 years. There's been 2 major options that they thought were going to turn into something before this one. And, Hood gave us a very interesting picture about one of the options that was supposed to happen in 2013. Tell me what the hell this is, Hood. Is this a cover that somebody drew and put on the San Diego Comic-Con variant? This is Gina Carano on the Evangeline #1 San Diego Comic-Con edition. And back then, Gina was being rumored to play Evangeline in the movie.
Mm-hmm. So I guess there was a few of these. It's super freaking scarce, and I saw it sold on eBay. So I threw that out there. Just like, have you guys ever seen this? I just thought like it's weird now because she's basically freaking canceled and shit like that. And
I think she'll be back.
Oh yeah, she's already back.
Yeah. I mean, but
so
the cover it's a great cover, man.
Yeah.
But that's a fake cover though, right?
I think so. I don't know how real this. I don't know the story behind it. I can't find any more information on it. It says in this listing, this is in England, I think. Is it in England? No, Ohio.
But no,
Ohio.
And I'll just drive up there and get it.
It ended. It says Evangeline #1 San Diego Comic-Con 2013 edition featuring Gina Carano by Rob Liefeld. Rare. This rare cover from San Diego in 2013. This is when Gina was slated to play Evangeline in the movie adaptation of the comic. This is a cover over a cover, so it cannot be graded by CGC. That's
true.
Interesting. That's very weird.
Yeah, that's not true. There's a bunch of books that they wrap.
And now that
even blanks, they just wrap the blank over the.
See, and this could have been a blank Evangeline cover.
Yeah,
it could have been just a blank. See, the back is blank. So
yeah, and somebody drew on it. Maybe had Liefeld sign it right here before they drew over it. Who knows?
Have you guys ever seen the Gina Carano movie called
It's
In
not
the
a
Blood?
drawing. That's not a drawing. It doesn't look like a drawing. Sorry, Rich, you say that again?
Have you ever seen the Gina Carano movie called In the Blood from
Is that
2014?
the Western one?
No. It's like her and her new husband, they go like on a honeymoon and they end up like getting mixed up with these gangsters. It might be her best movie like I've seen, and I'm gonna tell you what, she gets down in that movie. I'm not talking sexually, I'm talking about fighting. The most realist fight scene I've ever seen her, and she just mops up this club. You guys got to see it. It's really good.
Oh yeah,
In the Blood.
I like
a
Gina
2-hour
Carano.
movie.
Her dad played for the Cowboys.
Yes, he did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Man, do you guys see this bets going on in the side chat?
No, what's the bet?
Chad says he's betting $50 that Evangeline movie never happens, and then Awesome Sauce
Took him off on that?
raised. Yeah, he raised the bar on it.
A bottle of Absolute and 2 strippers.
Absolute.
There we go. We got it on record now. Can't walk away from paying up on this one.
No, but this, like Brian said, this has been like tossed around in Hollywood for the last 15 years, and it makes you like, do I need to go back and read this shit? Like what am I missing? Why such the hype? And it could have been right around the time with when they optioned Witchblade. You remember that? And then it was that short little run they had on TV. I don't know.
I didn't like that show. I didn't like the person.
I didn't like it either, man.
Yeah.
I didn't like that chick. Was she
her.
from Passenger 57 with
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes or whatever?
Yep. Yeah, she just didn't fit the role very well for me.
Way.
Yeah. So, but once again, how much is this selling for in the secondary, Stein?
This was like a $5 to $10 book, and now it is $25 to $30.
Wow. I have a whole run of Evangeline.
I do too.
Yeah. All right, moving on. The number 5 spot, you guys. 228 watching live. X-Men issue 19 from December 2011. The Linnell Francis Yu 1 in 50. Another Fantastic Four number 1 homage.
Yeah, this one had many sales. It's not so back then when Marvel was they did this across all titles, right? They did it like all these where they made homages of like famous covers. Some of them and they're all like 1 in 50s. Some of them are hard to get. There was that
Keone one, the one they did with the Thing.
Yeah, the Amazing Spider-Man, the Silver Surfer 4 homage with I think it was Spider-Man and
Venom,
maybe Green Goblin. I think.
Green Goblin, maybe, yeah. I like the Fantastic Four one with Thing the best.
There was a Daredevil one. They did a whole bunch of them. But yeah, this one's pretty cool. This was just $100. I mean, it was still $100 book, which is pretty good. This week it sold for between $2 and $275 raw.
Wow.
Ooh. Wow.
So Liger's got this and it got a 9.8. So
nice.
Congrats.
Y'all are breaking all the rules from Long Story Short. So, see, this is what happens. It ends up being the number 5 book.
We got to start doing a drinking game. Whenever Long Story Short comes up, whenever I say, hey, Stein, tell us how much this is again. Anytime we hear Yee's dog bark, anytime Hood says dude, we're going to have some drunk mofos, man.
Hey, it's Friday, so I mean,
Yeah.
Hopefully you're not driving around like watching the podcast or anything like that, that you're stationary somewhere.
Good shit. All right, here we go. Number 4 spot coming up. Ultimate Black Panther issue number 1. This is the Caselli 3rd print 1 in 25 virgin variant. Are we going to get a 4th print 1 in 25 virgin on this?
Nope, we're going to get a 4th print 1 in 50.
What?
Hey,
oh my god!
Hey, they burned the 1 in 25 to death. Now they gotta up the ante and go to 1 in 50s. It does look good. I mean,
Yeah,
this one
it does.
actually does look good.
It does.
But
I grabbed it. I grabbed it because I have the third print 125 version for the Ultimate Spider-Man. That's the only reason. I got it cheap. So
yeah, prices were kind of all over the place on this. They were pretty much, but there was a bunch of them that sold, but it was pretty much from 35 to 70. So it's a big, wide range of price on this, but yeah, interesting.
Very interesting, man. I like Comic Book Countdown says Illuminati cover with the raw symbols in the back, but I think that's over Moon Knight, right?
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
yeah.
Yeah, Midnight. Yeah.
I just wanted to start singing, I am the eye in the sky.
Sing it, Ben.
It's the shout out Alan Parsons project.
Oh my gosh. That was the greatest lead-in and song ever.
228 watching live. Hit that thumbs up, you guys. We've got 3 more spots to go. Starting off with Thrawn Alliances, issue number 4, the 1 in 25 EM Gist variant.
Has Gist done every 1 in 25 for Thrawn Alliances?
I think so. Let me look.
That sounds right.
He's really good, right?
Yeah, he is. I
Yeah.
thought Francis Yu did 1 or 2.
Gist is really good.
Yeah.
Has he done much else? I mean, like what else has he done? But I mean, like I know he's done a bunch of Star Wars, but has he done a bunch of stuff like outside of Star Wars?
Yeah, a ton. I don't know if he's done very much interior work, though. That's a great question to be asked, if he's done much interior work. Okay, so he didn't do anything on issue number 1. That was Rod. On issue number 2, he didn't do anything either, so no. Nothing
So
on...
So he's just bouncing between Star Wars titles, right?
It looks like
basically.
it.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
50 to 60 on this one.
I heard a lot of people say they don't like the way that Anakin looks on this. So that's very interesting. That it doesn't really look like Anakin, yeah.
Why? Because it doesn't look exactly like
Hayden
Yeah,
Christensen.
like
the actor.
Hayden Christensen.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought the whole point was to not make him look like Hayden Christensen because he sucked.
Exactly.
Oh, but people love him now because of the Ahsoka series, right?
I fucking hate. I've always thought Hayden Christensen was great, man. I think he got just shitty writing of the script. Episode 3 could have been so much better if it was darker, and they just fucked that up. So his acting might have been not the best, but I love Hayden Christensen as Anakin.
Was that his first major role though, too?
No,
as well as
he
an
had
actor?
he had 2 or 3 movies before that. Life as a House, and then a couple other ones before.
Oh, the Virgin
episode 2.
Suicides.
Yeah.
He was in Jumper, right? Was he in Jumper?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
Was that before or after Star Wars?
That was after episode 2. It was before episode 3, and I think after episode 2.
Bro, do you remember that movie Glass?
Yeah.
He played that writer that just made up all these stories and put it out in what was it? It was the political magazines, and when they went to go verify whether these stories were true, he
was lying.
Yeah,
he was a journalist, and he made up all these stories. Yeah, that was a good movie too. Yeah, he's not bad. I think he's great in Star Wars.
On this cover, I do like the half face look, and then I like how it's not like every other Star Wars half face where it's like lined up next to each other.
Great point.
Where it's always misaligned somehow, anyways.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, a helmet versus like someone's face is not going to line up.
Yeah,
I like this. I think it's good.
There we go. How much again on this one?
50 to 60.
There we go. All right. at spot number 2 this week, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, issue number 1 is back on the Hot 10 list. Look at this.
Wow.
It's been 4 years almost.
Now I could be wrong, but because sometimes I dream stuff. Did I see something about them saying that somebody was doing a live action or something of this?
Rated R movie.
For real?
I think has that been confirmed or is that the rumor? I can't remember.
Well, there was a key collector alert, so
then it's true.
I mean, I'm not trying to make fun, but I mean, I don't know if he runs with Spec for alerts or if he actually gets confirmed stuff.
Live action R-rated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie in the works from producer Walter Hamada. So
wow.
Yeah. It says here, after the success of last year's animated film, Mutant Mayhem, Paramount Pictures is keeping Turtle Power going by putting a new feature project in development. This one, however, will go beyond the realm of all ages material the long-standing property is known for and instead go into gritty R-rated territory. Hell fucking yes. I am loving
R-rated Turtles. That's crazy.
That's what we've always wanted, man.
Man, they're going big on this on the Last Ronin stuff. Like I'm waiting to see what the video game is going to look like.
Oh, okay. Somebody they announced it at CinemaCon.
Live action. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there was somebody I saw was at CinemaCon this weekend. Who was that? Last week.
Are you talking about the Deadpool?
Rob Liefeld. Holder? Yeah, Rob Liefeld. He was talking about being at CinemaCon. Yeah.
Prices on this, CGC 9.8s. They were 200. They are up to 300. 9.9s were like 450. They're up to 530. It's weird that you have to like talk in 9.8s and 9.9s on this book.
At 10.
Yeah, and there's 10s out there. Don't buy a 9.6 unless you just want the book. That seems like they're like 150, but I'm like, why not just? I mean, there's so many 9.8s and 9.9s and 10s of this. A 9.6 feels like a 6.
Yeah. Man.
Just buy it raw.
I'll tell you what, though. This was one of the first books that really had some great retailer exclusive variants. It was right when retailer exclusive variants were starting. Hive Comics has 2 variants for this issue that are amazing, and then there's a couple more. That Kale New one is amazing. The Stan Yak one is amazing. Everybody talks about the Aaron Bartling one. I love that Kale New one though a lot. So there's some really good variants. For this book.
How many variants are there on this book?
A ton.
60 something.
A ton.
Yeah. Speaking of Hive, didn't they basically steal that cover art and put it on some toys or something like that?
Yeah, the Stan Yak one. Turtles.
They used it for the box.
Hive didn't steal it. They took it from Hive, but they're allowed to do that. Like they don't own the cover art, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Number 1 so there's the Ash Can, which is somebody talked about in the chat. So remember that. Let's see all these variants. Here we go.
But the Ash Can also has different interior art than the actual first book.
All right, so I like the Eastman. This was the third print was really cool. I like that one. This is the Bartling. You have the metal, the line breakers. You have the metal and the regular. These were so huge at the time. But to me, the best variant for this is. Let's see if I can find it here. This one right here. Kale New, limited 250. I love that one, man. That one's really cool. That one's supposed to be limited to 250. And then here's the regular that was limited to 500. But they did so many variants of this. I mean, even Royland. Remember Royland had the variant that's limited to 100. This one limited to 150.
Oh, I have those.
Yeah. Justin Roiland. This Eastman 1 and 10 I like. But the Stan Yak ones, and this one's a decent one too. The Miko Suyan. I like this one from NYCC. The Stan Yak one though is really good, and I wish I would have bought one from Hive back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's
just
badass.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good book. We'll see. I'm crossing my fingers on this one. I want this one to work so much. I want to turn it into a series of movies, a TV show series. I don't care. I want gritty turtles, just like Laird and Eastman originally designed. That's what we want.
Bro, if that hits, I mean, that's a game changer for that property, man. It's just, you know what I mean? Because you could do the mature version, and then you still can do the stuff for the kids, and you know.
Well, I mean, this book is also the book that went full circle for Eastman and Laird too, right? That they had traditionally been separated for so many years, and this was the title that brought them back together.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Should all.
Yeah.
I just wish it would have been the turtle that they said it was in the Michelangelo Christmas special.
Oh yeah,
that's where they fucked up.
Oh, where it's Raphael.
Yeah, and I think that they did the same thing that happened with Punisher and Cosmic Ghost Rider with Donny Cates. I think they did the same thing where everybody figured out that's who it was because of that Michelangelo Christmas special, and they said, okay, we can't have it because everybody figured out we need to change it. That's what it felt like to me. So we'll have to ask them.
Or so many years of like not remembering they did that. That like, I mean, can you remember what you did 20 years ago?
Yeah, that's true.
I can't remember what I did 20 minutes ago.
Yep.
Wilbert's saying don't trust anything Paramount says.
Ah, there we go. Paramount will F it up. Paramount will F it up. But I will say this. I'm not going to get mad at Paramount yet because we might have a Paramount, what do they call that when they give you, what is that called? When they like support you as a channel? Cannabis is causing me to. A Paramount sponsor might be in the works, ladies and gentlemen. No joke.
Oh, I was about to quote a different podcast, but I guess I won't now because that might be in the works. So
shout out to Cover Price and Matt DeVoe, who says, "What about the original Ash Can? That was then redrawn, I think, completely." You are correct, and we did talk about that one on the Cover Price website. You guys can go check out Cover Price and see all the variants that we just showed you guys. Here is the original Ash Can that is the same exact cover. Or sorry, that's the second print. Here's the original Ash Can. That's the same, almost the same exact cover. It's a little bit off, but
it's also taller. It's like
bigger.
It's bigger. It's like not even. It's like treasury size, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Excellent. All right, you guys, 254 watching live for the #1 spot. Hit that thumbs up. X-Men 97, issue number 2, the David Mack Virgin 1 in 100, which just came out this week. Did you guys see episode 5 of X-Men 97?
Yes.
I did not.
Oh, then we're not going to spoil
seen it yet?
This is one we cannot spoil. You have to watch X-Men 97.
Watch it right after this. It's worth the watch.
Yes.
I haven't watched episode 1.
Watch it.
Or
It's
2,
worth it, Stein.
or 3. Man, you think I have time to watch anything?
Make
I barely watch
time.
this own show that I'm doing.
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Have you watched Invincible?
Since it came back on? No.
Oh.
I haven't had a chance. I need to, but I just haven't.
Okay, so you're in the same boat as Mel then, right now.
Oh, I'm still behind on. What was the last like 10 shows that came out? I haven't watched any of them. Like I just haven't had a chance.
Oh,
I'm not. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm
not a fan of Mac anymore. I'm just not. I don't like how he does these weird designs, that he does. I'm over that. I don't know why. I'm just not as big a fan of Mac anymore. He's a great artist.
Was it the
Mac
big
used
clutch,
Mac used to nail these kinds of covers. I mean, I appreciate it, because I like David Mack, but like it just doesn't look like he's like, you see the other artists get better and better and better, right? You see like Adam Hughes, even Adam Hughes has gotten better, right? I mean, David Mack's stuff is just like, looks like he's going backwards, man. Like he should nail this. I mean, I don't know.
Was it the big clutch remarks that kind of put the nail in the
No,
coffin?
I've been saying this about Mac for probably a couple of years now. I don't know what it is. I feel like his art's changed, and he does all these weird like design variant, like not variants, but he has these design things in there. Kind of like the X and the square behind it, but he'll do like these weird things that just they don't work anymore for me. I don't know what it is. I know a lot of people like him though. He's still a great artist, and
yeah, he's still a great artist, but it's just like you'd like to see them like at least take some chances and do something a little bit different. It just looks like the same shit, dude.
And to be honest, there's also that stuff that he did in the past where he stole a lot of art and stuff. I mean,
forgot about that.
Yeah, and it's really bad. It's like Greg Land level of content thievery. And we don't like content thieves. So, but how much is this selling for? How much is this selling for? Like $175, you said?
Yep, 175.
175. Okay.
Wow. And there's a trade dress version too that just has the trade dress at the top, and it looks probably better.
Yeah.
Oh. They got to stop doing that. I think that's not cool anymore, where they just do a virgin cover and they just the trade dress is off. Like I think that's just lazy nowadays. I mean, it was cool when they first started doing it with some books, but now they do it with every book, and it's so lazy, dude. So lazy.
But do you think that's an effect of the store exclusives thing, where they saw how well like store exclusives were doing by selling 3,000 trades and then 1,000 virgins or whatever the number is, and then it's
that's a great point, Aaron. It's like it's now a business model, man.
Right, where it's like, oh, we weren't doing this before, but we see that it's working for others, so we have to do it now because of whatever reason. Or it's like, oh, it's one less artist to pay for another cover and another X amount of units.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, I don't know. I would look at so you made this a 1 in 100. Okay, cool. Did that make stores order more copies to get this 100? Because I would tend to think that, I mean, most of the ones that I see, the only 1 in 100s you really see are the ones that have like store variants. Like there's some big stores that have a few of these, but most stores are not going to order 100 copies of this. So it's not really gaining Marvel anything by doing these. Like they're not selling more copies because they put this 1 in 100. If they did a different cover, there might be some, like, hey, let's do an Adam Hughes or let's do a J. Scott Campbell 1 in 100 that is just a completely different cover. That might make some stores be like, you can't get that cover any other way. Well, I'm gonna order an extra 30 copies of this because I want to get that 1 in 100. That one might actually sell more copies for Marvel. I don't think a store's gonna be like, forget it. I'm not ordering an extra 30 copies to get the cover that's the cover B. I'm not. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is one retailer exclusive for this book that I know of. So there you go. That might be the only people getting the 1 in 100s. All right. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, hit that thumbs up. If you guys are catching this on the rewind, let us know in the comments below what you think, and any questions that you might have. Shout out to all 250 of you that hung out with us live tonight on the show. We love you guys. We really appreciate you guys. That's how you guys can support us the best, by subbing and coming and hang out with us live, hitting that thumbs up button. We really appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys soon. And tomorrow night, Modern Comic Mayhem. It's going to be a fun one. Come hang out with us. Stein, what do you say?
See you.